My name is Shelton. I'm here at ProMotion here in Market Square in Knoxville, Tennessee. Here's a few songs for you. Roll out of bed when the clock hits 3, bricks in my chest and I can't breathe. Been out for 12 but I still won't sleep. What the hell is wrong with me? People talk but I just hear lies. Find a hole and I crawl inside. Search the night, I can't find the light. I know one day that we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. You say you want the truth, but you can't take shit. We all know, but you won't admit. Say you're gonna quit, but it's just one hit. Getting high is a bittersweet bitch, and everyone has to live through hell. If you want change, then change yourself. Think you'll find, then fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. Because if I was to die today, well, how long would you miss me anyway? So how can we live in this fucked up place? Enemies and friends share the same damn face. Fighting wars that are based on race. Just because the past taught you how to hate. Well, everyone likes to point their blame. Seasons change but you stay the same. Sad to say that I hate you all. Hang my rope and watch me fall. Because if I was to die today, well, how long would you miss me anyway? Because if I was to die today, well, how long would you miss me anyway? The past is so deceiving, I can feel it in my bones. The future has no meaning, running to the sun. Because if I was to die today, well, how long would you miss me anyway? Because if I was to die today, well, how long would you miss me anyway? Well, how long would you miss me anyway? So how long will you miss me anyway? The song is called Bones. No, I don't drink no more. Said, don't seem far to the liquor store. And now I got all this drinking like me, baby. Follow me down the alleyway, so where the guitars are playing and the people sway, I'm singing all night long to 3 a.m. My baby's got my medicine, but I'm just healing. Oh, my bones are aching, they're aching over you. In my heart, it has been breaking for some time, it's breaking over you. It's breaking over you. Well, all my life I see the most of my life. You know that I've been a prisoner of my own demise, my own. You see these neon lights keep dancing by my ceiling, but I can do nothing less. My mind is healing, baby. I don't walk, no, I don't talk, no, I just play. Baby, to my way. Oh, my bones are aching, they're aching over you. In my heart, it has been breaking for some time, breaking over you. It's breaking over you. No, I don't drink no more. Said, don't see forward to the liquor store, but and now I got all these bottles by my feet. Well, girl, you're too pretty to drink it like me, baby. Follow me down the alleyway, so where the guitars are playing and the people sway, I'm singing all night long to 3 a.m. My baby's got my medicine, but I'm just healing. Oh, my bones are aching, they're aching over you. In my heart, it has been breaking, baby, for some time it's breaking over. Oh, my bones are aching, they're aching over you. In my heart, it has been breaking, baby, for some time it's breaking over. It's breaking over you. It's breaking over you. It's breaking over you. It's breaking over you. This is a Steelwood song. Well, I will swing my axe and don't let the flames go down. Cut off some of that killing. Lord, there's plenty of wood around. Well, I've seen the devil's shadow underneath the moon. Keep that fire going. The sun is coming soon. So I will swing my axe and don't let the flames go down. Cut off some of that kindling. Lord, there's plenty of wood around. When I'm old and gray, and these two hands are warm, cross me over Jordan, Lord, now keep heaven warm. 'Cause I will swing my axe and don't let the flames go down. Cut off some of that kindling. Lord, there's plenty of wood around. This song is called The Cloud Eater. I wrote this song because I have massive social anxiety, and I commonly have no idea what to say to people when they talk to me. And this song was just about my regular interactions when I play music. And I smoke a lot of weed to deal with that anxiety. So that's why I am the Cloud Eater. Well, can I talk to you and maybe have some time? A couple minutes so I can spill my mind. I would rather be alone right now. I can't wait to get through this crowd. People bother me, so sucking rivalries. I try to smile when I hear these people calling me. Getting me back to the stage right now. I'm so high that I'm eating these clouds. Be there when the sun comes up. I'll be gone when the lights go out. Be there when the sun comes up. You know I'll be gone when the lights go click. I see the innocence, it's best with ignorance, but in the arrogance, I can keep it in. I'm just thinking about my drive. Well, I can see, but I can open my eyes. I hate to tell the truth, it won't be one or two, but maybe 3 or 4. I'm walking through the door, and that latest day might be 6. Please forgive me if I'm drunk and sick. Be there when the sun comes up. I'll be gone when the lights go out. Be there when the sun comes up. You know I'll be gone when the lights go click. Man, when I was 25, I had to go and get a job just to keep getting by. Man, time flies by. Just thinking about the future, whether or not you want a man, it's gonna happen sooner or later. Later, gator, even in an elevator with the little kid lunchbox whipping Darth Vader, covered in tattoos. Hell, it's my canvas, I'm gonna do what I choose, but I don't care who approves. You shouldn't either. You gotta live your life and make sure you count your blessings for the end of the night. When the big green reaper comes along one day, he asks for your story, man, what you gonna say? You say, yeah, be there when the sun comes up, I'll be gone when the lights go out. Be there when the sun comes up, you know I'll be gone when the lights go out. Be gone when the lights go out. Be there when the sun comes up, you know I'll be gone when them lights go click. Yeah.
Welcome to the ProMotion studio today. We're joined by
Johnny Shelton.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Doing well. Glad to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and you're a Knoxville native, correct?
I was actually born in Loudon. I grew up around this local area, you know, and then I just moved all over the South, just playing music for the last while.
So tell us a little bit about your songwriting. You spend a lot of time crafting your songs. How do you get into the mood and everything?
Sometimes things just hit me, you know, and I was saying this earlier, like I kind of feel like I premeditate my life through songwriting. It's so weird. It scares the shit out of me because I'm scared to write sometimes. So. But everything negative I've ever written has happened sometime in the future. So, yes, I just need to write a song about $1 million. So.
Precognitive songwriting.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just putting negative waves out there.
No. Absolutely. So when you're writing a song, do you write with it? Do any co-writing or anything like that, or you just kind of post up by yourself?
I've tried to outsource to co-writing, you know, but it's normally like if an idea hits me, it's on paper within a couple minutes. You know, it's already there. Like I already hear the music. It's already built in my brain, and you know, and like sometimes at gigs, you know, if it's kind of dead, I'll just start freestyling stuff because people won't know a difference anyways.
Right.
You know, and that kind of helps. So if I have something that I've kind of had on a back burner for a little bit, I'll sit around and mess with it at live gigs and try to put myself on the spot to try to be creative enough to bring something up.
Do you find that improvisational helps you kind of round out a song?
Yeah, because it can put you on the spot, you know, like you're pushed because obviously some people are there to watch, you know, and so the whole thing is to try to pass it off as if you already did it, you know, rather than just being like, yeah, I'm making this up off the cuff, you know, because it's definitely noticeable when you screw up, you know. But yeah, it's about going back and, you know, even just like a lot of songs are freestyled, you know, like just coming up with thoughts and positions and just, you know, chord progressions and trying to be able to dump your minds into these changes and then trying to figure out, okay, well, if I go here, you know, and I end on an F, so where am I going to go for my bridge?
What's that resolution?
Yeah, exactly.
Finding
it's
that
like,
resolve.
yeah, it's like, and I throughout my, right after high school, I started really writing a lot, really scoping. I got binders full of music, and, you know, and I started getting into that 4-chord groove, you know. I was kind of persistent on trying to, be the 4-chord reggae guy, you know, for the longest time.
Right.
But I was I started listening to a lot more John Prine, you know, Doc Watson, and then getting into the folky roots and things, and that's really where a lot of my love for music comes from. The Merle Haggard, the Waylon Jennings, you know, just going back as deep as you can go into folk music. I love it, you know, old blues stuff.
Yeah,
it's just there's a feeling behind it, and I can't help. I look like I'm having a seizure when I play because I have to push. You know, it's there. It's an emotion. I could not do music without soul.
Well, what is music without soul?
Exactly. It's new age music.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pop radio.
It's pop radio. It's on your radio station right now.
Yeah. You can go get that anytime. Just walk through Food City. So, what brought in the looping and stuff? When did you get interested in putting the layers to it?
Like, awkwardly enough, I don't like techno at all. It's not really a big. I can appreciate somebody doing it. Right. It's a musicianship. It's a whole different brain structure and trying to put together in piece songs. But I saw this guy Beardy Man, who was a beatboxer and a loop guy, and I was like, just mind blown by him doing looping and stuff. And I was like, wow, I want to get that good. And so once again, same thing with the songwriting is that I bought a looper and took it directly to a gig and just started trying to use it. And so if I'm going to fail, I'm going to do it publicly. So I already know the embarrassment, so I was like, I won't do it again. And then I sold that looper because I wasn't good at it. And then I bought another one, and then I sold it, and then I bought another one, and then I was just like, okay, it's all about my timing. The whole thing in my brain was like, what? I'm trying to put 4 chords together. No, but my favorite thing to do with looping, though, is being able to stop phrases with my feet and then be able to continue phrases. It's not about just one continuous 3.5-minute song. That shit gets boring. But when I try to loop things, I try to really be as melodic as possible and to really draw you away from the fact that everything's being controlled by my feet. And I always tell people I'm not using backing tracks.
Yeah.
Because stop using backing tracks. Musicians shouldn't do that.
I think it's one of those funny things too. I see some guitarists and loopers as well that you see them, they're clicking away with their feet, but they're like, yeah, I can't play drums. It's like, you realize how much you're doing? It's like you've actually got the rhythm for drums.
Yeah, it's all there, and before that, I really got adapted to Shaky Graves. I don't know if you know who he is. I love Shaky Graves, one of my biggest influences really in songwriting. I love the way he writes, and I love his music just in general, and his guitar playing is just phenomenal. And but I watched him in the kick drum movements and stuff. I was like, I got to do this. And so before I really started looping in front of people, I was just dragging a kick drum everywhere I went, bringing a subwoofer with me. Every single show that I was playing. And that really that got down the timing that I needed to be able to actually loop.
Well, I mean, even
sticking on that, because it's when you do 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't hit on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You have to hit on the 4.
Yeah, to have that trigger going in.
Yeah. And say it's a lot of things, and
Yeah, it's funny to see that, you got that stomp box rhythm, but for ages, even country music, bluegrass, acoustic guitar in general has been more of a percussive instrument.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of people because my dad, for instance, played music too. Growing up, he was signed to a record label at Nashville, opening for Martina McBride and stuff when I was a kid, which really kind of drove this whole dream of mine. But it's but listening to people and their songwriting. My dad he didn't use a pick. I use a pick and I use my fingers and all types of stuff when I try to play. It's I was going back to Shaky Graves. It's watching him. He's running 2 feet with a tambourine on 1 foot and a snare and a kick drum on 1 foot, and then he's just picking out everything and he's slowing down tempos, building drops, and it's just okay, if I'm going to be professional, that's the bar. That's the bar right there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's I give high respects to him. Yeah.
So working on you actually mentioned America's Got Talent. What was that whole experience like? How old were you when you did that?
I was 25 when I did that, and I did a song called "That's Love." I lost my first son to cancer on his 5th birthday, 2013, to rhabdomyosarcoma, and prior to that, when I was still living here in Tennessee, I went on some random trip in my life, and ended up in Wilmington, West Virginia. And I went to Patsy Cline's gravesite, and on her gravestone said, "Death cannot kill, and death cannot kill what never dies, and which that is love." And that night, I sat down and I wrote a song about my son who was getting ready to be born, and which was "That's Love." And then I ended up playing it for the people for America's Got Talent, and they pulled it in, and I didn't realize what was going to happen, but it was a massive impact on a lot of people, and it gave me a reason to be somebody better for other people, because I realized there's so many other people out there dealing with that, and I'm not the only one in my shoes in the corner that I feel. So it's good to know, hey, everybody else isn't alone, and I'm not alone either.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that must have been a great outlet, particularly going through something like that and have to be able to get a platform that will allow other people to connect.
And that's the thing, it's a lot of people ask, like, were you nervous? I'm like, well, there was 6,000 people in front of me. But the thing is, like, I can't see. I'm deaf as hell. And I went out there and I did what I do best.
Yeah. What else can you do? You're there to perform.
I'm there to do what I do. I've always said, whether I'm in front of one person, I always play like I'm in front of 6,000. It's always going to be that way. I'll put my all into every single thing I do, and it's like, and it's funny because I played gigs where there's 3,000 people, played gigs where there's 6,000 people, and I played shows 3 days after those gigs that had nobody there.
Right.
So it was just like, who the fuck's this guy? I'm like, no, but I'm like
that kind of. How do you handle that kind of whiplash?
I try to be as humble as possible. I don't like to talk about it. Like, it's always fun when people recognize me and they're like, are you that guy? And I'm like, yeah, I am. But I don't go out and persistently try to push it because like, I don't know, over the years I felt actually, like, truthfully, if you don't talk about it, NBC kind of used me for my emotional story.
That's what they've done for a lot of
drug me through the
people.
dirt and then gave me a shitty contract. And even though it was with Sony, like, I got a shitty contract, and yeah, I don't care to say it because I'm past the 5-year mark. So, because
that
they had me
NDA
under
doesn't
contract.
matter anymore.
I could not talk about it for 5 years. So yes, I'm past that now.
That gag order does not hold now.
Yes, so thank God.
Yeah. Well, now that you're able to do your own stuff and you're recording your own music, how many? You've got a couple albums out.
Yeah,
right?
I got like 2.5 albums out. Like my band in Florida, the Johnny Shelton band, we did an album called Jesse James. It was actually titled after one of my dad's songs that I put on there. It's about a coal miner. You're as bad as Jesse James. I think it's
those bad blooded, hot-blooded coal miners.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm the first generation of my family that hasn't worked in a coal mine.
I'm the first generation of mine that hasn't worked on the train, so I understand.
it's weird, to see. I'm not here trying to live my stuff, and for the first time forever, I'm doing carpentry too. I like building stuff.
Doing something with my hands.
Doing something with my hands.
Right on.
I'm living life on the limit, hoping I don't cut my fingers off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you if they want to book you, get some music, anything like that?
You can go to Spotify, iTunes, Deezer,
all the streaming things.
Every single streaming platform that there is, because I don't really go to a lot of them, but I'm everywhere.
What social do you maintain?
I'm on Facebook at Johnny Shelton Music. I'm on please don't add me on my personal. Appreciate that. Follow me on Instagram, Johnny Shelton Music. Follow me on Twitter at @DJohnnyShelton.
Do TikTok?
Yeah. TikTok. It's the same thing. I think it's the Johnny Shelton or Johnny Shelton Music. It's one of the two. And I post some stuff every now and then on there. Normally when I'm being scandalous and crazy.
You subscribe to TikTok for the deep cuts.
Yes, most
Right
definitely.
On. Well, thanks for joining us today, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Don't forget, check him out, get those songs, and you got new music on the way as well.
Yes, I do. I'm actually planning on coming in here to ProMotion and cutting my next album.
Stay tuned for new music on the way as well. And until then, subscribe. What were you going to say?
If you're a good artist and you're looking to make a band.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking to round
high
out
expectations.
a band.
But, yes.
He's like, I'm not a perfectionist, but...
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's talk. Hit him up, and until then, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below. That way you don't miss another ProMotion live session.
Yes. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.